Hey guys, how's it going? Really quickly before I get into the questions, I just want to say thank you very much for 5K. Like I said before, I don't really care too much about numbers. Numbers are kind of irrelevant to me. It's more so nice to seeing growth and seeing that people genuinely enjoy my videos and my personality. So thank you guys very much for that. I appreciate all the support and everything that you guys have given me over the last few months. So question time. Mystic Nova asked, would you suck a toe for $2? And I obviously, my main question to that was, whose toes we talking? Because if we talking like, you know, if we talking supermodel, like I'm gonna suck them toes like goddamn popsicle. But it's Trump, so that's a. My man's Adam Dixon asked, what is your favorite game to record and favorite game to edit? Also, congrats, man, you deserve it. Deserve loads. You're well funny. First of all, Adam, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment and the support. You've been around for fucking ever. So I guess my favorite game to play and record would be Rainbow Six Siege. Nori asked, Blarg, I'm so proud of you. My question is, what do you do on your free time besides playing video games or breathing? And second question, do you like fan arts and how would you react to it sometime? Yeah, honestly, I don't really fucking do anything other than play video games. I really like food. But honestly, with college, YouTube, and working a full-time editing job, it just doesn't work out to have other hobbies, to be honest. And I love getting fan art. To me, fan art is fucking awesome. The fact that people actually take time out of their day and effort that they could be charging people for, but do it for free just for the sake of doing it. To me, that's fucking awesome. So I love getting fan art personally. Kyle asked, do you shower in the morning or at night? Give strong reasoning why the other one is bad. I like to shower in the morning. I wake up and I smell like fucking dick cheese. So like, I don't like smelling like that. So I shower in the morning. Lotus asked, is Earth a trapezoid? You know, fuck it. It's whatever you want it to be, dog. But the real answer is flat. JHP team asked, rate my tweets out of 10 and you constructive criticism. Honestly, dude, you're up here. Everyone else on Twitter is like down here at best. Like you've, well done. Rinpy asked, hey Matthiaso, when will you be returning to Grindr? Me and all the Train Gang family miss you lots. Come back soon. Choo choo, gang gang. I don't know why I'm friends with you, Paul. I really don't. This isn't really a question, but give us more Doug content in a minute. I know somebody asked something else about Doug, so he will make a cameo. I promise, Allie. Joey asked, did Bush really do 9/11? Obviously not. That was Malcolm Ahmed, so I don't know where everybody got this Bush idea from. Melissa asked, what do you do to relax when you're stressed? I don't know. Honestly, 90% of the stress I feel on a normal basis is all stuff I can progress towards easily. Like, say I have a lot of work to do or a lot of college, whatever. I usually just get it out of the way to avoid staying stressed. But if it's something like coming up in a week, I don't know, that I can't really do anything to prepare for further, I guess I just play a lot of video games and talk to friends as much as possible and keep myself busy to avoid sitting there and overthinking shit. So Purple asked, how do you view yourself? Success, personality, humor, skill in video games, overall everything. So you view yourself the same as we, the fans, see you. Answer honestly. Honestly, I don't even view myself remotely successful yet. To me, success is like when you've reached a point where you're perfectly content with, like, you've peaked. Like, that's it. You've peaked in life. And like 2 days ago, I actually made mustard gas by trying to, clean my cat litter box with bleach and ammonia that's in cat pee makes literal mustard gas. So I'm very far away from peaking in life. Personality, I don't know. I give myself like if we're rating it out of 10, I'd give my personality a solid 5. Humor, again, humor is subjective. So some people find me hilarious. Some people find me cringe, awkward, and can't stand me. So there's nothing wrong with that either. So I don't know. Again, I'll give myself a 5 just to say I'm average. Skills in game, that I can give a big old confident 2. 2 out of 10. Play with Fire asked, what is your favorite anime? What do you like to see drawn? I don't really watch anime. The only anime I've really watched is Pokemon, and I don't even really consider that an anime because it's Pokemon. I like anything to see drawn, like whether it's me, my Nugget, or any sorts of my friends or anything like that. I think that's awesome personally. Brendan asked, is a hot dog a sandwich? And honestly, I don't know, and I really want to block you for asking me that, Brendan. Nova asked another question. Who inspired you to make videos? Honestly, I always liked the idea of making videos. I just never got around to it. I was always, I guess, kind of like, I don't want to say insecure, but I never had the confidence, I guess, to just say fuck it and make a video. I was way too critical of myself and cared way too much what other people thought. But then when Smitty hit 100K, that's when I was kind of like, damn, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try this shit. I guess the short answer to that would be Smitty inspired me. How did you meet the people that you know and play with? I'm just gonna go through my sub box and everyone in there. I guess I'll do a quick how I met them. So Smitty, I met in high school. Smitty and I became friends. I think when I was in grade 10, he was in grade 9. I'm a year older than him. Him and I had similar music tastes, similar taste in games, stuff like similar interests. So naturally, we just became really good friends. He lived pretty close to where I lived, so we took the same bus and just kind of sat next to each other every day. And I guess our friendship just kind of, I don't know, sprouted from there. Duragi, I met through a guy named Curb, a mutual friend of ours. I saw one of Curb's videos and I really liked it, so I asked Curb to play, and Duragi was there in that session. I mean, Duragi just got along really, really well, so ever since then, me and Duragi have been friends. Jay, I'm really not sure how me and Jay actually met. So I used to watch Jay's streams long before the accident. Jay used to stream probably like twice a week or something like that, and I always loved him. I liked his personality. He was always super positive, super interactive with his chat, and always like just really always, you know, ask people about their days and shit, and I love that. So I was always there, and I guess I kind of looked up to him as a content creator. And then I don't really know what happened. We just ended up playing Battlefield one day somehow, us two, and I recorded it, and I had a really good time, and I think he did as well, obviously. So I don't know, we just ended up being friends, I guess. Grizzy used to spam follow like hundreds of people a day, and I was one of those people. So that somehow led to friendship. I don't really know how, but I'll take it. Lotus, again, no really backstory. I went into Discord one day and he was there, and I said hi and he said hi back, and now we're friends, because that's kind of how YouTube works. Tuxie, basically the same thing as Lotus. I went into Discord, he was there, he was fun. I like talking to him, loved his content, so that's how we became friends. Cryos, John, I don't really remember the exact reason me and John started talking, but I met him at like PAX and shit like that. Obviously, whenever I went with Smitty, him and John met up, of course, because they're, you know, really good friends. So I always knew John, and then I worked for John a while back. I worked for him for a pretty short amount of time. Just helped him out with some videos before he went away. I think he went back home or something like that for a couple weeks. So I helped him out then, and then I don't know. Ever since then, I guess we've stayed in contact for the most part. Droid, I actually met. I used to stream a lot on YouTube, and me and Durgi were playing PUBG one day, and he's like, "Hey, there's this guy I want to invite," and I was like, "Whatever." And I recognized the name right away. I was like, Elastic Droid, and he was always in my chat, but I thought he was just like, I don't know, I thought he was some guy with like 5 subs that he was just like a fan of mine or something. Like, I didn't really know who he was, so I was like, sure, invite him, whatever. And then he got in our game, and I genuinely loved playing with him, and I still do. I love Droid. He's a great dude. Also, congrats on 2K, by the way, bud. 7A Mercer asked, why do you sound like Doorknob? We'll call that guy Doorknob from NCIS. I have no idea. I've never watched that show, so I don't know. I bet he probably copied me, though. He's probably, you know, probably loves my content. If I had to guess, you know. John is stuck on a bookcase. Asked, would you dye your hair in crazy colors? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really like. I'm pretty neutral to that idea. I don't really care. We'll say sure. Yeah, I'd dye my hair crazy color. My man's Houston asked, how do I? Yes. Pinkmaster asked, best game you've ever played, and who is the best person whom you like to play that game? Congrats on 5K. Honestly, it's so hard to say best game I've ever played. Any game that I'm playing with friends, I genuinely enjoy, whether the game is complete trash or amazing. But if I don't know. I don't really know that. I can't think of the best game I've ever played, to be honest, or who I enjoy playing games with the most. Really, any of my friends I have a great time playing with. So Kelso asked, favorite show at the moment, and congrats on 5K. First of all, thank you very much for the congrats. And I don't really watch TV. The only time I watch TV is like before bed, and I watch Family Guy. So I guess my favorite show would be Family Guy. Not Pink Gradient asked, what kind of videos are your favorite to record? I really like recording anything. Like I said, Rainbow Six Siege is probably my favorite game to record. I like IRL shit and like stuff like this, but I just don't. I don't have enough. I don't know. I don't really have enough of a fan base for that. Most people are here for gaming, so that's usually what I stick to. Rocky's asked, have you ever played sports competitively? And congrats on the achievement. I played travel hockey my whole life. Atika Basic asked, what is your favorite conspiracy? I don't really have one. I know if I look into conspiracies too much, I'm gonna walk around with a fucking tinfoil hat, so I'd say none. They're all scary. Rijigs asked, how old are you? Where are you from? I'm 21 years old and I'm from Canada. Southern Ontario to be specific. Big Boy asked, how would you quickly dispose of a dead body? Probably just tie some fucking cinder blocks to it and throw it in a lake. Diablo asked, what is your dream car, my guy? Probably McLaren 720S. I'd probably say that. I've gotten the pleasure of driving quite a few cool cars my days, like a Porsche 918 Spider, 911 GT3 RS, Ferrari 488, stuff like that. But I've never got to drive a McLaren, but I think out of just overall looks and presentation and everything into the car, I think a McLaren would be the dream car. Laura asked, how did you come up with such a wonderful username? Also love the videos. First of all, thank you very much, Laura. I appreciate the compliment. And honestly, I don't really know. I kind of like, there's a guy with a similar name on my old Xbox friends list, and I thought it was funny, but I thought like, hey, this could be funnier. So I customized it and made it my own, even though I'm trying to rebrand as just Blarg, but it's kind of hard because the fucking bald fuck took it on Twitter, so fuck that guy. MLS Pokemon asked, favorite Super Smash Bros. Character and why? I really liked playing Falco back in the day. I'm referring to the GameCube version because that's like, you know, that's Smash. I liked Falco a lot when I had to be, you know, somewhat competitive. I never really played competitively, but like if I'm playing with a sweaty ass friend, I'd play Falco, but Pikachu's my favorite. I fucking love Pikachu. Ori said, I'm so proud of you. Question, how did you meet all the guys? Thank you very much, Ori. I appreciate it, and I already answered that, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Ooh, Brad asked, can you please put Doug in the video? 1 minute. I will grab Doug. I guess for those that don't follow me on Twitter or Snapchat, this is Doug. This is my cat. I found him on the side of the road. Somebody threw him out of a vehicle when he was like the size of a shoe. What are you doing with your leg? What's going on here? So I picked him up and took him home. Now he's my little homie. Yep, there he goes. An actual bird asked, what song can you listen to on repeat for hours? I don't know if I have a specific song, but the album Travels by Defeater is my favorite album of all time. I can listen to that over and over 1.5 million times. I have a pretty diverse music taste, so I like tons of things, you know, A$AP Rocky, Tyler the Creator, Parkway Drive, I like a lot, August Burns Red, Brockhampton, Defeater, Law Dispute, random shit. Like I just like pretty much any genre, I should say, other than country. I don't really fuck with country or EDM. I'm just not my thing. Toe Sucker asked, what does it feel like to be successful? I have no fucking clue. Lil XXX Senpai Chan asked, how many chicks are in your DM now that you have 5K? Just one weird one. Jublia asked, congratulations, Matt. My question is to you, on a scale from 0 to every second, how often do you ham? Nikki asked, congrats, man. I'm really happy for you. You deserve this. My question is, what goals do you have left for anything, or what goals do you have left for 2018? Anything in particular? Short answer to that is no, I don't have a numeric goal. I don't like setting numeric goals personally. Because I feel like if you don't hit that numeric goal, you feel like you haven't done enough or you haven't grown or anything like that. And to me, that's just not a good way to gauge success. So I would say my goal is to just keep growing and keep enjoying life. Matthew Williams asked, where did you get the nug idea from? Congrats. Thank you very much. And honestly, I just fuck with Jigga Nuggets, and I was like, hey, that looks cute. And I found a really good artist named Floof. And yeah, she made it, and it was really nice. So that's why it's a nugget. Kai asked, congrats, Matt. What are your plans for the channel in the future? Honestly, I don't really have any specific plans. I just want to keep doing whatever I enjoy most at the time. So whether it be Rainbow Six still, or any other game, or maybe IRL content, I don't fucking know. You know, whatever I feel like making is what I'm gonna upload. Shepard asks, congrats, Matt. Getting closer to 10K. Got a couple for you. What's your favorite Parkway Drive song, and how is it up there in Canada? I don't know what my favorite Parkway Drive song would be. Honestly, Dark Days or Wild Eyes are both fucking bangers. Goddess asked, do you ever suck on Grizzy's meat like an Arby's sandwich yet? He's 17. So no, I'm not gonna suck his meat like an Arby's sandwich. Nick asked, fuck, marry, kill, Smitty, Jay, or John. Also, have you thought about doing live streams of you editing? I'm gonna be logical. I'm gonna do some logical thinking here. And John has the longest hair, so if you're clapping cheeks from behind, then like you could kind of pretend it's a girl. So I guess I'd fuck John. Sorry, John. I'd kill Smitty, not because I don't like Smitty, but because Smitty's got a lot of clothes that I really like. So like if I killed Smitty, then like I can just take the clothes. So you know that works. Jay, I would marry because Jay's a nice man. Okay, he's very thoughtful, very caring. He likes to talk things out right away. He doesn't let them simmer. I respect that. So you know I'd marry Jay. Some fucking John killing Smitty and marrying Jade. To answer the other question, I have definitely considered doing live streams and me editing, but I don't know. It's I don't want to turn editing into like a job or feel like I have to edit because I'm on streaming or whatever. I don't know, or because I haven't streamed it a bit. I don't know. It's just it's maybe one day, but as of now, I can't really see it happening. And the last question I'm going to be doing, Morgan asked, why and when did you start YouTube? Basic ass question, but I'm a basic ass bitch. So Morgan, I started YouTube in 2016, I think, something like that. I think 2016. And like I said, I started it because I've always wanted to make videos and stuff like that. I've always had an interest in it. I just never had the balls to do it, but I guess something changed and then I did. So that's it. That wraps up the Q&A. Thank you guys so much for asking me questions. Thank you guys so much for 5K. I apologize if I didn't get to your question. There was a lot more than I was expecting, but I'll try my best next time to get to more. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit different content, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.